How's it going, guys? Steven Cascioli here at Cascioli Strength and Conditioning. I decided to throw a nice little Q&A together for you guys, and had a pretty good turnout here. Have about 10 to 15 questions. Yeah, so I'll get started out with the first one here. The first question is aching arm pain with squatting, especially with multiple heavy sets, low bar. Do you have any favorite mobility exercises that help you with this issue? I have honestly like the same issue, and what I do to warm up is a lot of shoulder work. So I'll do like with the bar, just the barbell, a lot of overhead presses, behind the neck presses, like say, I don't know, 10 to 12 reps. Just with the bar, do 1 or 2 sets. And I also like banded external rotation and internal rotation. So just with like a light, very light resisted band, you just wrap it around I don't know, one of the racks or something like that. And what you want to do is, so the band's full extended, you want some resistance there, right? And so right now the band's right here, and I'm holding it, this in my hand. And what you want to do is keep your elbow like pretty close to your body and just externally rotate. And you're going to do about, let's say 10 to 12 of these. And you're going to turn around, switch arms, do the same thing. And then from there, you're going to do the same thing, but internally rotate. So the band's there, and what you're going to do now is get that resistance and tension. And you're going to internally rotate like this. And same sort of deal, you want to do about 10 to 12 reps or so. And I usually do this before my before like bench or squat days, and it's really helped. I used to get it really bad, and knock on wood, it's seemed to help out a lot. So there's the answer for that one. The next question: how to make squats not look like good mornings? Well, a lot could be going wrong there, but I think the main reason for this is just losing tightness in the hole, and obviously your hips are shooting up, which causes you to do that good morning, right? So I'd really focus on doing a lot of pause squats and staying tight in the hole, and work with lighter weights. It really will carry over to when you start getting to the heavier weights, and yeah, just take your time, build that strength in the hole, and yeah, really stay tight. Also work on like your stance with maybe you might be too wide, too narrow. Yeah, but I think I would say that's probably one of the main help factors there for not making your squat look like a good morning. Next question: I have a hard time with post-meet training. I feel like I go too heavy too fast. What is the proper approach to post-meet training? What I like to do personally, obviously you're dialing down the weights and you're not really doing anything comp specific. So how I like to go by it is, I'll still keep my frequency there for all the lifts, but instead of doing the comp lift all the time, so for example, I squat 3 times a week. Instead of doing the comp lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I will do front squat, safety bar squat, but I'll still keep that comp squat in once a week just to have that feel, and when it comes to my more specific phase, it's still there and it's grooving, right? But yeah, do a lot of accessory movements and just working on your weaknesses, and stay, like, rarely go over 80%, like, of your 1 rep max for all your lifts, and just, yeah, really down that technique and focus on weaknesses. Next question: thoughts on beltless Oli style deep squats, ass to heels in the off season, carrying over to a parallel powerlifting squat in season? Again, that's a great like accessory, right? If you're a low bar squatter in competition, and you want to do some beltless like Oli style deep squats, I'm sure it'll have some like carryover, right? Because if you're going to be doing high bar, it'll have more emphasis on your quads, and especially if you want to do like pause squats like that as well, it's going to yeah, just really help on just like staying tight and working those muscles and strengths below parallel. As to how much carryover it'll have, it'll definitely improve your overall like just strength and working on those weaknesses like quads and more posterior chain and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely you throw them in there like once a week, and again, just undulate the intensity volume throughout the week or weeks throughout your mesocycle and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely definitely throw them in there. More so in your off season and just like gearing up after a competition, right? So working on weaknesses and stuff. What is my favorite mid-workout meal? Personally, I don't eat mid-workout, but if I were to have something, it's probably like a Gatorade or something like that. Yeah, I don't eat during my workouts. My workouts usually last about I'd say like an hour and a half to 2 hours on average, like give or take. But yeah, I always just eat before, and then I'm usually good throughout my whole workout. If anything, yeah, I'll grab a Gatorade or something like that. Next question. What kind of periodization plan do you use in your training? I use DUP. So this is a non-linear type of periodization. And basically it's just like you're varying the intensity and volume throughout the week, or even as often as every day of your training. I've always enjoyed this type of training just because, I don't know, I think the level I'm at, I can't run like just a linear progression now. I can't just be like 5 by 5 Monday at yeah, I don't know, 80% like whatever, 425-ish, and then weekly you just add 5-10 pounds. I'll probably get stuck after probably about the 4th week or so and just like tire myself out. This way I can adjust the like the loading parameters like more frequent and stuff like that, and just get a lot more volume without like taxing myself and just really focusing on my technique. Do you ever need to water load to make weight for meet? And if so, what is your procedure? The past few meets I actually haven't. Like provincials 2014, I did do a water load to make weight. But for nationals and worlds, I was pretty much bang on weight. I didn't eat or drink anything, maybe the night before, and I weighed in super light. But when I did do it, I have it on my website actually, my water manipulation protocol. But when I do it, I do it about 5 to 7 days out, and I'll start off with, for me anyways, I'll start off with like 2 liters of water day 1. Day 2 I'll add 2 liters, so 4 liters. Day 3 I'll add 2, so 6, and so forth up to the I think about 15 hours out. I usually do it. I usually get up to about 10 liters, and I'll just cut water out completely. And by doing that, I also don't do any sodium depletion or anything. I'll just like keep my sodium levels like where they are, and same with carbs. I'll eat normally, and just for that water load, that's what I do specifically. Yeah, no sodium manipulation there, or loading or whatnot. But yeah, that's the whole protocol is on my site if you want to take a look at that. This is part of the same question. Also, can you confirm that lifting in only boxer briefs adds to your total? I definitely can confirm that because, well, before Worlds, that's all I was doing, and I did add to my total. But, yeah, next question. Are variations of the big 3 just as important as the main lifts for improving your numbers? I definitely believe that variations are important, but there's a time and place when to set those variations into your training program. The variations will most likely be, you'll most likely incorporate those variations more of like obviously an off season. You don't want to be doing any like, or very minimal depending on who you are, variation like leading up to a competition. Like for me, like 8 weeks out, I'm not touching any variations. I'm strict to the comp style lifts. So that's all I'll be doing is just like the main lifts, and maybe I'll throw in like an accessory movement like twice a week, pre-comp. But they are important, and mostly, yeah, so to work on your weaknesses off season, and when you get closer to comp, you want to be specific as possible. Next question. How much mobility work, stretching, getting massages do you do? For me, I don't do too much mobility work, to be honest, and stretching. I do enough so I personally know that I'm not going to get injured, or I feel good, right, when I go into every session. Some days I might have to mobilize myself a little more, stretch a little more. But yeah, as to getting massages, I honestly rarely do, like pretty much never. Next, I like this one. How much does the freshness of your haircut impact your upcoming deadlift session? If you have a fresh haircut, your deadlift session will hands down be a lot better. I'll tell you that right now. And this was, of course, Mr. Abby Silverberg. And next question. Have you ever been injured from powerlifting? What did you do to recover? Physio, assistance movements, more specifically for squatting. I actually have been injured from powerlifting. When I started out, I used to go pretty ham and just max, well, not all the time, but quite frequent. I was doing a heavy front squat, and I don't have the greatest like wrist mobility, and I broke my scaphoid, my left wrist, right here. I was in a cast for about 6 months. What I do to recover, I actually still squatted. I just put my cast behind the bar. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but yeah, I was pretty mad. I didn't want to lose any gains. I was quite safe doing it, but yeah, I still squatted and stuff. But more specifically to squatting, if say if you have something like a lower body injury, you obviously don't want to be doing that, squatting with weight right away. Obviously you're going to have a plan from your physio and whatnot, but most likely you'll be doing body weight exercises if you can to start out, and maybe unilateral stuff. Then slowly work your way up with the bar, and then obviously weights, right? The next question. Who is the handsome Asian guy seen in your recent training videos? That is Mr. David Kang. He's my training partner at the Bar Strength and Conditioning in Vancouver. You will definitely see much more of him and his chubby shorts. And the last question here. By how many kilos will your squat improve by lifting in red boxer briefs? Well, your outfit definitely has to match. Can't just be the briefs, right? So like for me, I wear the red Addy Powers, the red belt, usually some sort of red shirt, the red stripes in the wrist wraps. So for me, it'll definitely have a lot more carryover. I definitely get a lot more out of the briefs. But yeah, that's all for the Q&A. Like I said, I will be doing a draw now, and I'll be putting the names in this fresh Seattle Seahawks snapback. So this draw is for a t-shirt. All the names are here. I wrote them all on paper. They're going into the hat now. I'll mix it up a bit. And the winner of the Cascioli Strength Conditioning t-shirt is Tyler Dorazio. So Tyler, shoot me an email and we will get you your shirt. That's all for the Q&A, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Cascioli Strength and Conditioning. Leave your comments below. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do something like this in the future, or any topics you want me to talk about. But yeah, that's all, guys, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.